this match for you, which is going to be our only match for you, Smile, is going to be a Deathslinger game. This is coming to us from Jimmy, simply just Jimmy, who is playing. Lola, who is playing. I got out of the way there. Jimmy, who has 800 hours in the game of Dead by Daylight. It's not quite at that mode where I expect you to know your fundamentals, so your chase might need something, your macro game might need something. You don't have everything down pat, but that's okay. That will come to you in time. You're playing the Deathslinger, which is a very, very solid, great killer. Most people play some A or B tier. It's a character I like a lot, and it's probably the character I have the most experience on outside of the Xenomorph. I love Slinger to death. Very, very fun. The problem is that Deathslinger kind of suffers from a lack of macro game, which definitely hurts him a bit, but your chase is excellent. You are unfortunately on Badham Preschool, and not even one of the better Badhams. You're on Badham 1, which is one of the worst. So not only are you one of the worst maps in the game, you're on one of the worst variations of said map in the game. So that is intensely working against you. Let's take a look at your items and perks. Okay, you have the Warded Skis, which reduces the reload time of your harpoon by 0.35 seconds. And then you have the Iridescent Coin, which is survivors are exposed when you hit them at least 12 meters away. I do think that while Iridescent Coin is a fun and often good add-on, I do think that it is an add-on that sometimes goes without value if you're not actually going out of your way to go for those shots. So it's kind of an add-on that's good depending on your play style. Other options are Modified Ammo Belt, which reduces the reload time of the Redeemer by 0.25 seconds, so even more reload. Or you can do the Bayshore Cigar, which is my favorite add-on on the Deathslinger, which reduces the stun duration when survivors break free from the Redeemer by 0.75 seconds. So those are some other options for you. Your build is mostly great. I like Coup on Slinger because a lot of times you'll reel somebody and just barely not be able to hit them, but Coup just allows you to get that. Deadlock's just a really, really solid slowdown perk that doesn't need any input. No-Ed, obviously a great cleanup perk, and No Way Out buys you time to get more value out of No-Ed. Do keep in mind though, you have one slowdown, which is not very good, not very strong. It's not even like Painter is one of the better slowdowns. It's just Deadlock. So keep in mind that while this build is not bad, you don't have a lot of gen defense, which may come back to haunt you. Honestly, if there's something I would swap out here, it would probably be like Coup. So you could do like half slowdown and then No Ed, No Way Out. So, yeah. I thought those black bars were on my end, but they're on your end. Ooh, your frame rate is choppy. Choppy, choppy. I don't know why you went all the way over here. You should have definitely dropped by the you should have come down the stairwell. I don't know why you came all the way around this way. It does end up working out, but that was still a strange choice. A pre-drop. I agree with the not shooting her there because I don't think that would have helped too much. I would have shot there. I definitely would have gone for that. Because if you had reeled her to the window, you would have got her. Yeah, just don't break the forbidden door. Just don't do it. Why aren't you going for that? Shoot him! You're playing the Deathslinger, not the walk at him, Inger. You're just letting her get away. You're doing the right thing by going for the shot there, but you just keep faking it and not going for it. There you go, see? If you had done that 2 loops ago, you would have been fine. Oh, you didn't get it, though. You kind of let her go a little early, too. Still puts her in a bad situation. No. I think you're... Just to make sure people know. Yeah, that door that he's facing right now, that creates an infinite if you open it, so don't do that. You have to have a specific killer power or something to do with that at that point. You're not even on controller, so it's weird you got spin there. Or spun. You know how I know? Have you done it before and found out the hard way? Have you done it before and found out the hard way? Like, man, I'm not artist or nurse. Uh-oh. I guess I'm just cooked. I like the choice not to... Okay, I was about to say, I like the choice not to dry kick it, and then you went back and dry kicked it. I would much rather you went after that person. Especially when it gens that close, it's gonna get done. It's better to just chase whoever was on it. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I mean, you spent so much time in that first chase. That hesitation with those shots really, really hurt you really badly. Worked out well for them. I couldn't tell if it's at the frame rate or the game itself. I understand they have it on like super low settings, but I don't know if that was because of the recording software, lag, or what. Okay, so now you're just gonna tunnel. I think the main thing that's hurting you is hesitation in all ways. They went through you. Yeah, because that's not even Hanata. That's not even who you're looking for. Because you hesitated to go pressure somebody else after hooking. No! Hey, look, we didn't have to point it out early because they went ahead and broke it. There you go. See, we didn't even have to point it out because it eventually came into fruition. So, yeah, like we said earlier, if you are not a killer that has a very, very good way to circumvent long loops, this becomes an infinite. They can literally just run you all the way around this over and over and over and over again. So, yeah, don't open that door unless you're like Nurse Blight, something like that. Unless you're a character that can handle it, like, definitely don't. She just runs into you. There you go. Why do you choose to go for the break here? It's interesting. You don't even... I like the vision. I don't think it's a good idea, especially when you're this down on pressure, but like, see the vision. Yeah, Cigar would be amazing for that exact reason. Catch him off guard, good. This is what I'm saying. You have one slowdown, and it's not even gen regression, it's just gen delay. That's not gonna help you very much. Why are you slugging this person? You literally have a perk that only gets the most umph when you get multiple unique hooks, and you're just like, you're just only trying to find Fung. Like, you just hesitate on like everything you do, and the hesitation is like really hurting you. You really think Q's that crazy on Slinger? I like Q a lot on Slinger, but like if we're talking like consistent wins, Q all the time? You really think so? I hear a lot of people are like, Q's goated on my character. I would run it every game, but like, I don't know. Is Q really that cracked? Not at all. See, that's what I'm thinking. That's like going like, you know, fire up goated. Fire up can win all your games. And it's like, you literally have to lose to start getting sex fire up. Is it nice? Yeah, absolutely. But I wouldn't recommend it to win all your games consistently. Yeah. She knows what you're doing. You've made it really obvious that you're aiming at her, so she's just gonna be patient. That's unfortunate. I don't know why you have such a hankering to like break your chain so much. I honestly would recommend Cigar for you then. If you really like doing that playstyle where you break your chain on purpose, Cigar's literally the perk for you. Or the add-on for you, rather. Interesting changes? Yeah. Very cool. Hey, Flutter. It's good to see you. I feel like it's got that Spirit Fury problem, too. Where, like, once you get hit by one Q, like, you're gonna try to be careful for the rest. You know? You're gonna play a lot safer. Hey, Crossbeat. How's it going, friend? How are you? Yeah, you really love breaking your chain. Yeah, I would not aim that long because it just gives them more time to dodge. I think your Q actually hurt you there. I like how you broke that two hit her. That's so funny. Oh no, are they about to lose? Oh my god. 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 This is so funny. This is the power of NOED, man. Just suddenly the game's over. Suddenly the game's just ended out of nowhere. Where'd your audio go? Yeah, she gives up. That's in okay. Oh, and that's your Nancy. Don't let her get the pickup. You knew she was right there. You just a loser. The scratch marks were bright red too. I mean, she was right there, right there. That's unfortunate. It ended the game there. Hopefully it suns up fine. Hey, Hinata's right there, so you can just chill. Yep, there she is. That was very risky. I'm glad you ended up finding her. Yeah, you gotta stop doing that, where you're just aiming down sights for a long period of time. It gives them too much reaction time. Makes it too easy to dodge. You may be saying, Brant, what if they're just zoning? I'm like, you just get the shot. Yeah, you can zone, but you can just also get the shot there. Unless there's something silly here, you should be able to get him here. Doing awesome? No, I hope you're doing awesome. Yeah, I've heard from many different Slinger mains that audio queue is buggy. It doesn't always play. But I've always heard it. Every single time I face Slinger, so I don't know how true that is. But I have heard from people that's not consistent. I've never not heard it. Alright, sure, this is a very, very interesting match review to have because, like, this match went so poorly and then so well out of nowhere. I think that's why sometimes I say, like, guys, this is their match to throw. And I say that because sometimes it does happen. Sometimes a team will just, like, outright just, like, throw. Which is kind of nutty. But it does happen. We definitely saw it happen here. Yeah, I think so too, Cantina. I think I would like a lot of the things that are coming in phase 1, but phase 2 also, like, depending on how they pull it off, could be really, really great or really terrifying. In terms of your main takeaways, I think the main thing that hurts you, the number one thing I would work on, is just hesitation. You hesitate on shots, you hesitate to chase people, and end up just kind of like hanging out around hook, which, you know, obviously there's a complete lack of pressure there if you're not going after somebody else. You just hesitate, like, a lot. If you had taken over, like, more than half the shots that you aimed down sights for and never ended up shooting, like, you would have been fine. If you would actually went and chased somebody after hooking Fung initially, you would have been fine. But you just kind of, like, hesitated to do all those things. I say this a lot in a lot of different match reviews, is that, like, it's better to commit to a plan that isn't the greatest plan than to just, like, do nothing. Because at least the greatest plan person is learning from their experience, whereas somebody who's doing nothing is just learning nothing. Like, they're not learning, they're not even having any sort of impact on the match. It's just as if you're not there at all. So even if it's a little scary, try going for stuff. Go for those shots. Go for that chase, because right now where you just did nothing, it's just like, you saw how much pressure they got on you when you did nothing. So try to be a little bit more proactive. Second, if you really, really like breaking your chain so much, just run the cigar add-on. Run the cigar add-on. Because a lot of the times, even in general, I will say this, is like if you're gonna break your chain so much and all you're doing is delivering deep wounds, that's not really that crazy helpful. There's a lot of people you harpooned while they were injured just to give them deep wounds, which I guess, like, you're trying to avoid, like, dead hard off the record and stuff like that, but you were just, like, constantly putting your power on cooldown and having to reload, which is not fantastic. It's not a good habit to have. Like I said, if you want to, like, you know, kind of lean more into breaking the chain a lot, Phase Short Cigar, excellent add-on. But overall, I think harpooning injured survivors just to give them deep wounds is not efficient. Yeah, like with Legion, it makes sense because if you get all 4 mending states, you get a down, right? Deathslinger doesn't really have anything like that, so giving him mending states is not the greatest. And there was only 2 dead hards in this game, so realistically, you were only stopping 2 perks, but you're delivering all of those mend states just to stop 2 perks, which is it's not really worth it. So I would not do that in the future. Oh, is this you? I don't know what Otto did when I lost him. Oh, he went through the building. He just walked straight through you. He just walked straight through you into the building. Because survivors don't have collision when they initially get hit. So he just ran straight into Batum. Into the main building, the preschool there. I think my third main takeaway would be like, if you're aim down sights at the survivor, the longer you hold that, the easier it gets for them to react. There's an audio cue when you're aim down sights as Deathslinger that the survivors get. It's like a little ringing that happens in their ears. Like I said, I've been told by people that's not consistent. I've never not heard it, so I guess I'm just tremendously lucky, I guess. I don't know. But there's an audio cue that's supposed to play every time you're aim down sights to survivors. So they're not only seeing you aim down sights for a long time, they're actually hearing you as well. So I would cut back on just like holding the harpoon aimed at the survivors, because it gives them too much time and cues to react to you, and you're not going to hit a lot of shots doing that. But I think the main thing, the first thing, is you just kind of hesitated way too much. You hesitated to chase, you hesitated to go for your shots, you hesitated too much. So don't be afraid to just go for it. Be proactive. Even if you mess up, you learn from it. Just go for it.